Have you got the camera rolling yet?
Yes, but we need lights.
Okay, why the heck can't anybody find the frickin' light switch?
You've got more time, man.
Have any of these idiots considered that maybe they're voice activated?
Looks like they've been put over for disbelief.
Okay, lights on. Alright, that didn't work. Maybe Phil uses the clapper.
They've been put over for disbelief.
Let's try that. Okay. Well, how far are we away from streaming?
I'm going to need a few more minutes at least.
Fine, but you better hurry. Okay, how do you make that? Make me beautiful. You know, I could have a studio for us just like this. I could have 10 times the fans Phil does. But you gotta keep writing for message. You gotta be an artist. Alright. Have I got time now to hang my Bill the Cat picture?
No, we're almost ready.
Are we ready yet?
Yeah, we're streaming now.
Alright, yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2.
What's up, nation? I hope you're having a totally awesome day. My name, of course, is Luscious the Cat, and I'm standing in for Phil DeFranco, who had an emergency just moments ago and had to be life-flighted off to Neil George Salon's hair trauma unit. So don't worry, Phil's not canceling his channel again, and again, and again. Okay, so let's jump right into the first story of the day. Back in July, the Jacksonville, Florida Sheriff's Department was investigating a suspect who they believed was responsible for several incidents in which boxes of ready-to-use saline enemas that were purchased at CVS drugstore, which were opened, used, and put back in the boxes, that were resealed and returned for a refund, and in some cases, wound up back on the store shelves. The sheriff's office has the man they suspect in custody, as he was arrested on unrelated charges in June. My first question is, how long has this guy been doing this? And how many of his relatives live in my area? My second question is, did they check all the Summer's Eve bottles too? Yeah. The moral of the story is, instead of purchasing an enema and risking the commingling of ass fluids, just consume an entire box of X-Lax in one sitting. It'll clean you right out. Which brings us also to our question of the day. Would you now prefer to pre-sniff your own enema nozzles, or just use your own garden hose? Next up, nation, flesh for your fantasies. Today's hot babe of the day is Ayn Rand. Not just a pretty face and a totally hot body. Ayn Rand was a philosopher. Ayn kept herself busy by taking massive quantities of amphetamines, which for some strange reason kept Ayn abusive and cranky towards those closest to her. She supported abortion rights, she was against the Vietnam War and the military draft, and she advocated the repeal of all laws against homosexuality. Oddly enough, Ayn Rand is a massive hero for the American far right, which makes no fucking sense at all. Now, she did speak out against the government providing any sort of financial assistance to, like, busted-ass broke people, but Rand herself drew assistance from both Social Security and Medicare. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call that hypocritical. Let's just say it's more the do as I say and not as I do variant. Sort of like attacking gays, but yet being caught tapping your shoes under the stalls of public toilets. But I still don't get this, which is why this is today's What the fuck is up, white people? Well, nation, in our last story for the day, you've probably heard some folks just repeatedly keep saying that government cannot solve all of our problems. You know, only the private sector can do things like creating jobs. Well, to the total surprise of perhaps everyone, I will agree with them. At least until I finish this bit. So I ask those who keep saying this to just quit getting involved in politics. You know, since government can't solve the problems, why invest the time? And get out there, roll up their sleeves, stop yakking, and fix this mess. What's that you say? You can't fix things till you get government out of the way? You need to cut those nasty taxes first? Well, let me help you out. Here is a list of just a few of a very large number of brand spanking new businesses that are currently thriving. You know, you might want to call any one of them and just ask them what they're doing. I mean, shit, they're booming. Why the heck can't you? Now, as for taxes, just recently, 78 of 280 Fortune 500 companies enjoyed at least 1 year where they paid an effective tax rate of 0 or less. That's right, 0. And this was on top of massive profits. Take General Electric as just one example. They earned $10.5 billion, and their tax rate, a negative 45.3%. My God, that's better than robbing a bank, all while the police pelt you with roses. So as you can see, many corporations are booming now, and they're not paying a single dime to Uncle Sam. What's that you say? What about small businesses and the individual? Well, take Mitt Romney, for example. Despite a tax bracket rate of 35%, Mitt has paid as low as 13% on his taxes. That's a lower tax percentage than a fireman or a policeman pays now. And how many firefighters can afford to take a vacation on the Riviera? You might want to contact Mitt himself and find out who his tax accountant is. So you can see, there are no real obstacles to you being a job creator. It's far easier to create an excuse than it is to create a job. So turn off the tube, quit bitching on Facebook and Twitter, and get out there and create the jobs. And by the way, if you're one of those fortunate enough to have already made your fortune, and you just can't seem to find ways to help other people in need solve their problems, like hunger and housing, for example, give me a call, Larry Ellison, and I'll point you in the right direction. Well, now, it's time for today's giveaway.
No, man, they've been coming back now.
Hey, did he just say they were coming back? He did? All right, let's go.
Phil, what does it smell like a litter box in here?